guys, it's Gentleman Dan here, doing something a little different today. I've got my original cheap and easy that I put through the ringer a couple of times here, and what I decided to do today is added a gyro to it. So I've got an old E-Sky rate gyro on it. The one thing I like about this plane is that it's light, flies slow, but because it's just a flat plane, it's a little bit sensitive on pitch no matter how much expo I throw in. So what I decided to do was put the gyro on the elevator, and what you can see, or maybe not be able to see in this, but is that when you get pitch, unwanted pitch, the gyro is going to compensate for it a little bit. So I don't think that's coming through in the video, but what it's going to do is that if the plane decides to fly a certain way and then wind hits it and it pitches up, it's actually going to compensate for that. It should make this thing fly rock solid and smooth. And it's one of my first attempts at a gyro. I did one on an F-22 and it worked pretty good, but it's a little easier to see. So I'm going to do a test flight and see how she goes. And here we go, cheap and easy, elevator gyro test number 1. Doing some trim adjustments here, but I can already tell the gyro's working. It's flying almost completely straight and level. Gotta turn the rudder a little bit. Last time I flew it was in some wind. Yeah, that's definitely more locked in. I'm basically hands off on this thing. I'll get it going straight and I'll show you guys. As you can see, it's turning a little bit because a little bit of wind up there, but it's staying really flat all by itself. Here's the radio again, going up a little bit because of some wind. Really smooth on a loop. I could probably turn the gyro gain up a little bit, but there's almost no wind today, so it's really not going to do a ton. But that's real nice. A little bit of a wind pitch. It's basically flying by itself. I'm not even touching the radio. Any little wind buffeting, it seems to be correcting. That's really nice. Even seems more stable on a roll. That's a lot. It's not as sloppy. It was a little sloppy on the roll because of the design of the plane. But loop is real smooth. Then another, and then it locks right in. Wow. Okay. Haven't played with gyros much, and I know I'm talking a bunch here, but this is pretty nice. I can hear the gyro doing its work, and it flattened it right out. I didn't even touch it, and when it lost altitude, came right back down. Wow, it flattened it right out. It's doing it all by itself. Here, I'm holding the radio up. It's turning by itself because of a little bit of wind. But as you're going to see, the nose is going to drop and it's going to compensate. So here I am, no radio, a little bit of a turn. Look at that. I'm not touching anything. And it's basically doing its own little pirouette, and it's flying in the sky, and the gyro's compensating for it. Look at that. Well, that's the best indication that I've seen that this is working. That is awesome. I haven't touched the controller for 20 seconds. But it's keeping it almost perfectly level at a really, really slow speed. Not touching the controller yet. Wow. Okay, so I got my own autopilot for my cheap and easy. That was very cool. That was really cool. So this is a basic E-Sky rate gyro. One of the ones that's a cast off for the people that have the older like King 2s and other stuff. It's basically the ones that Dave uses on RC Powers. I'm going to do some testing with a rate and head holding gyro for the same idea to see if they work, and I think I got an idea how to program it for my radio. Got a little bit of wind kicking up now, and it's still staying real stable on the pitch. And it's basically flying itself again. And I'm not even touching the radio again. A little bit of a circle. Once again, I'm not touching the radio. And it's flying itself. A little bit of a nose up. Gyro's compensating for it. Look at that. Okay, I'm happy. Definitely a cool mod, and even on this little plane, worth it for sure. Way cool. Alright guys, this is Gentleman Dan. This was my E-Sky gyro test on my original cheap and easy, and I think I'm going to be keeping this gyro on this plane for the near future for sure. And even now, trying to bring it down, keeping it completely level. Look at that. Beautiful. So, see if you can find one of those. It's definitely worth it.